Yo, what is up, Crockxen clan members, anime fans, and others who stumbled upon this video? I'm SoresanCrockxen, and today we're back with another anime time with yours truly, Soresan. And today's anime it was so deep, and I loved it so much that I broke my own rules for watching anime. I kept watching it. I did. I ended up having to stop for a moment, but then when I got back, I just ran through it. I loved it so much. The episodes were so captivating. The characters were so great. And it hurts me to say I have finished it. But anyways, let's get on with this review. 1 week, friends. We're tackling you. Now, to start of explaining the story, I'm going to use a movie that was released a while back. 51st Dates. If any of you guys remember that movie, it had Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, and they had to deal with the fact that Drew Barrymore's character kept literally only remembered one day. We'll take that premise and just expand upon it. So basically, what's going on is our female protagonist, Cowdy, she has a thing. We find out later in the series what happens, but she has this thing where every Monday her memory of her friends is reset. So what I mean by that is she remembers her family and she remembers everybody else, anybody she meets, remembers them just fine. But if she considers you her friend, you will be forgotten starting the next week. That's basically it. So the story is essentially our male main character, Hase, trying to befriend her constantly over and over and over and over and over again. Because, I mean, he does have a crush on her. Like, I'm going to tell you that right now. Like, from the get-go, you know that he has a thing for her. But relationships start after friendships. At least that's the way I honestly view that type of stuff. Like, you know, I think it's really hard to just go into a relationship. I feel like friendship should be the first step, and then you start going into it. But anyways, that's beside the point. So he starts doing this to, befriend her. And throughout the series, we do have drama involved with the fact that she does have this issue with her memories, and obviously trying to overcome them and maybe trying to help her out so that they can fix whatever it is that caused this. And throughout it, we do meet some other characters. Shogo, who is Hase's best friend. I freaking love that dude. And we end up meeting a girl named Saki, who kind of has this affection for Cowdy, but more as a sister thing. Basically, she's a girl who's kind of like Cowdy, where she's forgetful, but hers is just, like a regular human being. Like, you can forget to do the dishes one day, or you can forget your phone somewhere. Like, that shit that happens to everybody. So that's the kind of forgetfulness she has. She doesn't have a problem remembering names, which is something a lot of people have anyways. So she doesn't have a disease or anything wrong with her. She's just a normal girl who just happens to be forgetful about things. But it helps out with Cowdy's problem with her memory loss. Because then it actually helps her with somebody that might understand the way she is. So basically the story revolves around those four characters. We do end up meeting Cowdy's mom, which she was fabulous. I freaking love that chick. Her mom is like she deserves Mother of the Year. Actually, take that back. Okay, she deserves to be Cool Mom of the Year. We'll give it that. Not best, cool mom, coolest mom of the year. And then obviously later on in the series, we do end up meeting another character. But that's spoiler stuff, so I don't really feel like talking about him. But anyway, so that's basically the premise of the show, is overcoming her, memory loss, expanding your friendships so that you can maybe help yourself with, your own memory problems, and just a nice, it's technically supposed to be a romance, but there was, the romance in there was really weird. I feel like the drama was even deeper, like the drama was so good. And like I said, I'm one for dramatic animes. I really am. I freaking love my dramas. And this one, the way they did it, it really upset me that it was so damn good, because it really pulled me in. Alright, now the animation and music was actually pretty good. There was a thing that kind of bugged me a little bit. Because it kind of ruined a lot of some of the stuff that happens. All the characters, every single character has these red marks under their, like, on their cheeks. Every single one of them. There wasn't a single character in there that I saw that didn't have those marks. Which is cool if you're trying to do, like, I mean, obviously it's your own style, but when you have characters blushing every, like, 2 seconds, I mean, it's not that crazy, but when you have characters blushing pretty much all the time, and every episode there's always somebody blushing, it's really hard to tell that they're blushing because you can't see anything in their face because you always have those red marks right there. Now, unless you do the overly dramatic where the whole face turns red, that I can understand. I'm like, okay, they're definitely blushing. But when they're blushing in, like, the subtle ways where you can't really tell, that little red mark, it's literally where you do the blushing. So, I mean, there were some times where I kind of saw it, but it was always, for the most part, I just saw the red line right there. I couldn't tell that they were blushing, even though, I mean, because of context, you could tell that they're blushing, but you couldn't physically see the blushing. So that's my only problem with that. The music was really great. I loved the soundtracks that they tended to have in certain points, because it helped highlight what was going on. And that's something that I think that animes tend to do a lot, at least the ones I watch, where the music they use helps bring out the best of a scene. And this show, because of the way the drama tension happened, they really need to, okay, because there's romance aspects in the show, plus the drama, they really needed a balance to try to make sure that when you had your romantic moments, or your nice, happy friendship moments, or just your moments, nice moments in general, that you have the music that's kind of mellow and nice and, you know, kind of happy-go-lucky. But when you have your serious dramatic moments, you had to make sure that the music wasn't, like, completely, like, over the top like some other shows. But it was, like, subtle enough to where you could tell, hey, this moment is supposed to have tension, and this is the dramatic build or stuff like that. So I really like the mix that they had in the show. I feel like it was actually very, very well coordinated, and I gotta give props to the team who made this anime, because it was great. It was great. Alright, so like I said, in the story section, there's really 4 characters. I'm going to talk about the mom for a little bit, and I guess I should talk about the last dude. But that's going to be like, the thing is, if I do that, it's going to spoil you guys the ending. So I don't know if I should do it in this section or in the final episode section. We'll see what we do when we get there. But the first character I want to talk about is obviously our male main character, Hase, who, let me just say this right off the bat. The first episode, I thought he was a tryhard. The first, 3 or 4 episodes, I thought he was, straight up tryhard mode. Like, everything he did was, this super duper tryhard mode. But, because of the circumstances, I kind of gave him a pass after that. I was like, okay, I get it. You know, this is very hard to do. I gotta give you props, man, for even attempting this. You must really like this girl to do all of this. So I'm gonna give you props. And then, he kind of mellowed out, but then there was times where he became really selfish. So it's like, you went from try hard to mellow to selfish. You're like bipolar, man. No, but in all seriousness, he honestly was a nice dude. He obviously cared for her. But he, as a character, he had a lot of self-esteem issues. And he relied on Shogo a lot. And I mean a lot. Anytime anything happened, it was, Shogo, save me! But that's what best friends are for, right? But, I'm just kidding. I mean, if you have a best friend who's in trouble, I mean, the least you can do is help out the man. Or a girl. You know, just gender equality. But, for the most part, he was all over the place. Especially when it came to her. When it came to Kaori, he was all over the place. He was either true tryhard or, happy moments, or jealousy moments, or I want her for myself moments, or I don't want her anymore moments. It was really weird. He was jumping back and forth all over the place. But Cowdy, she's basically the same way he is. I mean, barring the fact that she has the memory loss issue, and because of that, she didn't talk to nobody because she didn't want. I mean, who the fuck wants to bother with somebody who forgets who they are every week, right? That's the kind of way she felt. And honestly, I felt bad for her. I felt horribly because of this. Like, this is something she has to deal with, right? This is something nobody can help her with. And honestly, if that happened to anybody close to me, I would be like right there every day. I would make sure that nothing would happen to them. It's just, she's the character that you just kind of feel like you really want to help. You really want to take care of her because you feel bad. And honestly, I felt bad for her. Like, that's the thing with her throughout the series. Like, there are moments where you felt horrible, like, for her, because you're like, damn, what? Like, she has to go through this every time, and it's like, it was nice though. Like, you still liked her. She was so likable that it made you want to be around her. Like, honestly, this is an anime, so you can't do shit, but the way they built her was just like that. It's like she looks like the kind of person you want to help. And honestly, that's what made me like her the most, is the fact that she presented herself as a character who not only cares about you, but because of her problem, you just want to be with her. You just want to hang out with her, because if you look past that, you can see she is a nice person. She does care, and she hates this drawback that she has, because she wants to have friends. She wants to have fun. She wants to go to places. And this thing is holding her back. So, I don't know. That's the way I felt about her, at least. I thought she was great. I freaking loved her. Now, Shogo. Honestly, I liked all four main characters. Like, that's the thing that rarely happens. I rarely like the entire cast. Or at least the entire main cast. Because everybody else was supporting, stuff like that. So, the four main characters, I loved every single one of them. Shogo! Dude, I freaking love this dude. He's like that dickish friend you have, but you just need him all the time. Like, it's not that he's just a dick. Okay, he's a dick because he's straightforward with you. Like, he'll tell you to your face, "Hey, you're being a dumbass." But he does it in like this way where you can't be mad at him. The only thing I gotta take away from him, like, this is points away from him. The dude never fucking smiles. He always had this serious, dumbfounded look on his face that just made me go, you're hanging out with people at the beach. The least you could do is like grin or something, because you can't be serious all the time, man. But it's like, he was the voice of reason throughout the series, and that's what made me like him the most. He was the one that, essentially, the other three main characters, if they had a problem, he was the one that most of the time they would go to, because, well, he was realistically the only level-headed one of the damn group. But he was great. I forget, like, anytime there was a moment with him, I thought it was amazing. I also love the fact that because he has this outer dickish experience, or this outer dickish self kind of personality, inside you don't realize it until later on. He's so adorable. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, maybe it's because he has to put off the facade of being serious and like the voice of reason, that he doesn't want to show his true feelings. But that dude generally cares for all three characters. And it was nice to see that. And I really liked it. It was cute and adorable. I don't know why. But honestly, like I said, I loved all these characters throughout the series. I really did. And he was definitely one that kept fighting for the top spot. Honestly, like I can't pick a favorite now, because after the series ends, but like he was in the beginning, he was in the running for being like the best, my favorite, just to say. And then last but not least is Saki. Before as the main character, I am gonna talk about the mom. Saki is so freaking adorable, but like the weird thing is that when they introduced her, she always sounded high as fuck. I don't know why. But the way she talked, the way she acted, she was high. You could say she was high as hell. And it's like, I'm like, okay, Saki, you need to calm down, drink some water, sit down, and think about what you're going to say next because you are seriously high as fuck right now. But it was always fun to have her on. Like, she's that type of character that you kind of, I don't know why. She was so likable. But it's like, okay, so there was moments where they were, let's say you have school, you have homework, right? And you're struggling. You're a person who's struggling right now. You're not doing so hot. You're basically, I guess you could say you're failing, and you have a friend, or you have a group of friends who are basically going to try to help you, to study, maybe pass this test that's coming up, and all you do is goof around and fall asleep and just are out of it for the majority of the day. Like, that was the funniest thing ever, because she was like that, because they gave her this aura of I'm high as fuck all the time. They always had those moments where she would just be like so out of it. Like she could be there, but at the same time not be there. If you get what I mean. And other than that, like, she was just great. Like, she really was. She had that little sister persona. She has this thing where she ends up relying. She's a person who relies on others. She talks later on in the series about how she knows her drawback. She knows her weakness, and how a while back, a long time ago, she decided that she was going to be with somebody she can rely on. She was going to be the kind of person that relies on others. Which, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you need to always have a sense of self-reliance, I guess. But, I don't know, the way she was, I can kind of see, like, the fact that she was able to see her flaws made me go, well, you know what? You know you need somebody. You know you need to rely on somebody. You just got to make sure it's the right person. You just got to make sure it's the right person. But she was adorable. I freaking loved that. So, now I want to talk quickly about her mom. Or Kawadi's mom. Like I said in the story section, she deserves to be Cool Mom of the Year. Straight up. She was gangster. Like, I freaking loved her mom. Granted, I caught myself when I in the story. She does not deserve to be Best Mom of the Year. Because this is what happened. The first day we meet her, the first time we meet her, she's happy because her daughter's bringing friends over. And, like, because, like I said, her daughters have been having this issue since elementary school. I don't know if I said that, but since, I think, 6th grade, roughly, she has had this issue with friends and the fact that she can't make them because she forgets them. She knows about the problem. The doctors can't seem to figure it out, but she knows. But she starts being, like, all friendly with the other people, like, you know, making sure they have food and snacks and drinks and stuff. You know, once she's happy. She's more happy about her daughter bringing friends over than her own daughter is. She was so hyper excited, and then after that, she had a secret meeting with Hase. Okay, nobody else knew about this. Only he. Well, I mean, Shogo found out because Hase, you know, like I said, they all rely on him. They all rely on Shogo. She explains when this started happening and a bunch of other stuff and how she relies on him. And then she was teasing him a lot. Like, I mean a lot. Oh my gosh, I have never seen a mom tease a boy so much about, you know, being with her daughter. It was so stupid but fun at the same time. And then, like, there was an episode where, like I said, they were doing homework. Last day of summer, they're doing their homework, and Saki and Shogo left. So it was just Kaori and Hase, and then he trips, falls on her, or that scenario. Of course, there was nothing sexual. There was no touching private. No, they didn't do that because it's a very innocent show. But, like, it was so funny because her mom hears the noise, so she runs upstairs. I already knew she was gonna come up, but when she opened the door, I had to pause the episode because I was like, okay, this could go two ways. She could be like her teasy mom self, or she could be like, get the fuck out of my house. Okay, because honestly, with a mom, like, I mean, if you're a mom, you don't want this to happen in your own damn house. But the fact that she'd been teasing him so much made me think that she was gonna tease him again. But then I was like, nah, that's her daughter, and this is wrong. She's probably gonna try to kick him out. So I paused it. I was thinking both scenarios and which one would be more likely to happen. I ended up going with the fact she was gonna be pissed. But she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt anything. And she just runs away. And then Hasa's like, wait, no, nothing was happening. I just fell. And it was just the funniest thing ever. She starts talking about how, youth these days and how she understands the drive and all the emotional and built up. And it was just the funniest shit ever. I freaking loved her mom. She was so cool. But she does not deserve to be Mother of the Year. But oh my god, I will not sit here and say I did not love her. She was amazing. She made me laugh a lot. When a mom character makes you laugh, you know she's a cool mom. And yeah, so I've been making this segment for a while now. I do not think it's right for me to talk about the last main character, or the last character, unless it's in the spoiler section. So, if you want to know about the last character that was involved in this whole scenario, I guess you should watch the final episode segment, but I don't suggest it, because it's honestly spoilers. So only watch it if you don't mind spoilers. Alright, so if you're here, that means you don't care about spoilers, or you've already watched the series, so it doesn't bother you. But if you do care about the spoilers, do not watch this segment. There was a warning, man. You gotta pay attention. Anyways, I'm gonna assume you're here to just because you want to. Alright. So I feel comfortable here talking about the last character that was introduced. His name is Kujo. He is the cause of all the drama. The thing I don't like about him is the fact that he came in so late. Obviously, there was going to be at some point that there was going to be an explanation for why Kaori lost her memories and why she has this issue of losing her memories. But I didn't expect it to come in the form of a freaking character that came in literally at the end. I believe it was not the second to last, the third to last episode, he showed up. And it was at the end. So it just felt kind of weird at the fact that they introduced us to another character so far into the series, basically at the end of the series. But he brought in a layer of drama that made it to where the last episode was really fulfilling. So here's basically what happened to Kaori. Everything that happened. So, back in 6th grade, they both liked each other. Or at least they were really close friends. Basically, the Kaori and... The thing that Kaori and Hase have now is what they had back then. And he was going to move away, and he invited her to say goodbye. So he invited her to the park so they could say goodbye. And there was another girl that had a huge crush on him, and all the friends basically turned on Kaori, causing her to cry, run away, and get hit by a car. All he knew is that she ditched him, so he was an asshole, right? He was an asshole. But I guess that he was redeemed, I guess, at the end, because he finally he heard the truth of what happened. It wasn't Kaori's fault. In fact, it was nobody's fault except for his, for being an asshole all these years. We had closure with him. It's fine. But the last episode was really interesting because of what happened with Kujo and Kaori, Hase starts thinking, he starts comparing their scenario to his, which is really bad to do. You should not compare yourself to other people. I mean, I know it's hard to do that, but when you're this close to basically achieving what you wanted to do, it's really hard to start doubting. It's a bad idea to start doubting yourself, and that's what he did. He started saying that basically the situation is the same. He's supposed to be her special friend and all of those shit, and how it's gonna be his fault when she loses her memories again. He doesn't want that to happen, so he kind of distanced himself, which everybody starts acting like everything's happy, but everybody knows nothing is right? Kujo himself feels awkward because now he starts thinking it's his fault. So it's a weird, the second to last episode was really weird because they do this thing where they're both acting like they're happy with the choice they decided to do, which is just keeping it simple. Just say hi to each other in classroom, say what's up, and then done. Like no hanging out, no talking all the time, nothing. Which both characters hate. Obviously, you can clearly tell it when you're looking at it. They both hate this. Shogo and Saki are, well, they're having their dispute too, because I gotta say that was the cutest pairing ever. I honestly am upset that didn't happen at the end. But they're both dealing with their dramas. But on top of that, they gotta make sure that their two friends finally are together again, because like it's not the same if everybody's acting like nothing's wrong. So in the last episode, it's winter break, and everybody fakes that they're going on vacation, but then everybody was lying. And then Hase and Kaori meet up on the bridge by accident, and they decide to hang out for the day, just chill out and have fun. And then they both go to a shrine where they both literally start crying because they hate the choice they made of not being the same as before, not talking to each other, not being together, all this other stuff. Like, Kaori falls to like, she's on her knees crying because she feels bad because she doesn't want this life. She wants to be with him. She wants to be close to him. She wants them to be friends and be together. And then he's like, damn it, why did I do this? And then he starts screaming and crying because it's his fault that they're like this. And it's just, bruh! You idiot! I literally wanted to jump in there screaming this smack him across the face. Because it is his fault. He's the one that caused this new lifestyle that they both just had to just live with. And then they both make up and they decide to stay friends, and New Year happens and they talk and they're having fun, and they didn't kiss, and that's the only thing that bothered me. Like the series ended with a little thing where, because there's a cliche in the show, which is where, at least in the beginning, where Hase would be like, I would like to be your friend every week. So basically the show ended with that cliche. Both characters, because now they recognize each other, they care so much about each other. She's not forgetting him. They both go, I would like to be your friend. And everybody in the classroom is just staring to make sure everything's gonna be chill out. And it was great. Honestly, I thought it was a sweet moment. It was a nice way to end it. I just wish they had kissed, damn it. I wish they had kissed. It was supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen. One Week Friends is a show that really pushes the boundary of what friendship is, and how you should treat it, how you should act accordingly. Obviously, not everybody's going to have to deal with this nonsense of dealing with a person who can't remember them every week, but it really shows how strong of love you can have for somebody you care about. The fact that Hase went so far, like he just, whew, oh my gosh, just for her, and how Kaori was able to open up herself to new horizons, essentially. It really hits you. At least it did for me. And honestly, I'm really sad that I had to end this series. I'm really sad that it's over, because I was enjoying it so much. It really touched me how all the characters were involved with each other in some way, shape, or form. Whether they were helping each other, or just hanging out, or a day at the beach, or just doing homework, having fun. It just, I would, the thing is, that love that all four characters had for each other, even if Shogo was trying to hide it, it was there. It really speaks to you. It really does, and it makes you appreciate those that you have around you. At least for me, it did. So, from my perspective, honestly, I highly recommend this show. You have to, if you start to watch it, you have to finish it. I definitely think this is a show you have to finish, because it really deserves it. It really does. As a story, it deserves to be finished, because you can't just have the roller coaster in the beginning and then not see it through the end. So honestly, if you do decide to watch it, link in the description. Go watch it on Crunchyroll. you have to finish. I definitely recommend it. You have to finish the show because it's definitely emotional, and it really, if you're a person that's able to open up their heart to emotional shows, you're definitely gonna be touched. It's definitely gonna get to you, and you're just gonna, honestly, I feel like all characters have their points where they're likable. They really are. So I don't know. That's just me. Definitely finish it. But yeah, thanks for watching this anime time with yours truly, Soresan. And I hope you guys decide to watch this show. And if you do, come back and let me know what you thought of it. Or send me a message on Twitter or tweet at me. Send me a message on YouTube, Google Plus. I'm available. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys in future videos.